All right, so let's jump in. This is actually sports related as well. Jay Moore brought this up. There was the Atlantic online had a headline speaking to championship teams going to the White House. It says, why don't white athletes understand what's wrong with Trump? Question mark. So Jay Moore posed a question which I thought was dope. Why is it that the black athlete is always asked about his or her representation in terms of going to the White House, in opposed to the white athletes that are not asked, how they feel about their teammates that are black or Hispanic that might choose to not go to the White House? It's never flipped around. It's always, why is the black athlete not wanting to go, in opposed to why the white athlete wants to go and is just going to ignore his or her teammates.
It's easy.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's easy, but I thought that was a good question. Like, what do you think about that? Because I know the game, I know the media, I know why they're going to ask what they're going to ask, but I thought that was a good question.
I mean, even historically, when we think about it, I mean, it's just been a thing for athletes to go to the White House, right?
Right.
So even if we take the racial element out of it,
right,
it's like, oh, what do you mean you're not going to go? Yeah. So it's from the jump. I mean, that's just you got to like jump down a few things, you got to go down the path a little bit to untuck the nuance to get to that point.
I just don't think the conversation is being had amongst the teammates where the white teammates are really asking the African American or Latino teammates why they are making a certain decision that they're making to not go to the White House. I don't think these conversations are being had in my opinion. I think the media is the one that really puts the pressure on the black athletes to be like, yo, so why are you not trying to go to the White House? Like, what's the reason behind going to that? I don't see that on the flip side, if you will. That's just my opinion. Suppose you can jump in. I see.
It's kind of a shitty lose-lose situation for black athletes, actually.
Right.
When you think about it, it's like you're going to get questioned and somebody's going to think poorly of you, or a significant subsection of people are going to think poorly of you if you don't go. And then if you do go, there's a significant subsection of people who aren't going to like you there too. Like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. It really sucks, and that does not seem to exist for white athletes. You're correct.
I can dig it.
Why? Again, because of the state of race in our country, and because of the nature in which Donald Trump got elected, and everything that's happened for the last 3 years, I guess.
Right.
And then, not only that, everything that's happened for the past 450 to 500 years.
Yeah,
so.
Talk.
I mean,
what'd you say, Jay Diff? I'm sorry. Anything?
Forever, ever?
Forever, ever. I see.
Well, no, I mean, it's kind of what 𝐀𝐿 was touching on in his piece.
Good call.
About privilege.
Good call.
And how I can't really speak for a white individual.
Right.
Or a white male, but he was saying that you kind of have to take that burden and view it differently.
Yep.
To understand what your privilege actually is.
Yeah.
So I think that has something to do with it. It's also media, like you said. Kind of goes back to the media asking Jordan Peele about putting white people in his movies.
Yes.
Like, why are you asking that question?
Right.
And then when he gives you an answer,
a direct answer. Yeah.
Which is pretty much the same. He's doing the same thing that other producers or whatnot have done.
Yeah.
He's just black and now is racist because everybody likes to call everything racist nowadays for the most part, but I don't know.
I think we get, and I'm speaking to Jay Diff, Red August, Jay Moore. I think sometimes we get spoiled because we have two of our Caucasian brothers that are on the show with us that are legit and honest with their opinions about the other side. Like, Lone and Spoolz have always been vocal about, the white privilege piece. We've always speaked on that, and they've never been.
We speaked on it.
We always speak on that. I'm sorry, my mama would be
Spoked.
mad. Spoked. Let's do spoked instead of speaked. Can we do spoked?
No, you can't do spoke either. I just pulled you into
I
that
thought
one.
you was bailing me out with spoked.
No, I was just leading you further down that hole.
Nah, man.
He was going to.
My mama know you,
Yeah,
man. Don't
spoke
do
sound
that.
good. Let's use spoked.
Yeah, my mama
Speaking-
know, but my mama
Speaking-
knows you though. Why would you
speaking-
do that?
I'll tell your mom I said hi.